industry leaders from Tamil Nadu, media friends, అందరికి కూడా నా హృదయపూర్వక నమస్కారం, వనక్కం. There's nothing like hearing an entrepreneur speak on stage. This we witnessed in a roadshow in Bangalore. The MD of APIS Industrial Infrastructure Corporation, Mr. Govind Reddy, the other day in Bangalore, he gave his experience of how he started his career in a small garment manufacturing unit, earning about 50 rupees a month, to right now where he employs about 5,000 people, a former MLA, a former MLC, and presently the MD of APISC. Similarly, now in today's meeting, we just heard Sri Ravi Sanna Reddy. His experience, how he started, he gave us a very articulate description of the area that surrounds Chennai, the geography, the history, the background. In fact, Chennai always becomes very nostalgic. I was coming from the airport to the venue. Then I passed by Anna University and Alagappa College of Technology. My grandfather did his BSc honors in mathematics from Anna University. My father himself did his engineering from Alagappa College of Technology. My mother studied here in SIT, and prior to that, Sharda Vidyalaya. I myself did my PUC from Madras Christian College, Higher Secondary School, Harrington Road, Chetpat. So the reason I'm telling you this is, the 20-30 years that we keep coming to Chennai, especially people from the present Andhra Pradesh, that is Srikakulam onwards. Hyderabad was part of Nizam state, and their connect to Chennai was not as much as the present Andhra Pradesh's connect to Chennai. For the longest of time, until I think Andhra University was established in Vizag, anybody who had to pursue higher education in the present state of Andhra Pradesh had to come to Chennai. We all were connected by rail. Rayalaseema, our area was connected by the Bombay-Chennai track, and the coastal area all along the track was connected by the Calcutta-Chennai track. So this had education, business, entrepreneurs, film field for the longest of time. In fact, my grandfather, mother's father was a popular film director and producer then. They had their house, I think, in T Nagar in Murugesh Mudaliar Street at that point of time. So it doesn't really feel that you're in a different place. So just like how Mr. Ravi Sanna Reddy said, other than the border, the geography, the culture, the customs, everything is almost the same. And when it comes to Tamil Nadu, one of the early industrialized areas in India during the, I think, British reign. And this mostly because of ports as well as the industrious nature of the Tamil-speaking people that I would like to acknowledge. So the traditional sectors such as automobile, textiles, chemicals, petrochemicals, engineering, and Tamil Nadu also has a strong maritime infrastructure, renewable energy, social infrastructure, and now modern IT, global capability centers, data centers, emerging technologies, defense, electric vehicles. All this is now an integral part of Tamil Nadu that has made this into one of the most industrious and the forward looking states in India. But then, historically, if we look at business, commerce, industry, man always was adventurous and looking at opportunities. So that is the reason that the Europeans started colonizing, and then the Europeans went again to the west towards America looking for opportunities. And then certain areas, mostly by virtue of the natural advantages that are there. Now, Europeans always wanted to come and discover India. By mistake, they discovered America. But then what part of America actually became industrious? It is only a part that has a natural advantage in it. So it is not that people went looking to do business or commerce in some place like Sahara Desert. It is only in a place where naturally there's an advantage. Places like Calcutta, Chennai, Mumbai, a century ago, and then subsequently newer cities, even if they had older histories, Hyderabad, Bangalore, in specific areas mostly. These all developed into areas of commerce, industry. But then, if you look at a curve, it always is that the local advantages that are there, they go up the sine curve and plateau at some point of time. The reason for the plateau happening is not that the market has lessened, or not that the raw material has lessened, or not that any other factor actually has influenced to that extent. It is mostly that the places become so big, commuting, and then certain communications and requirements for somebody to do industry, all this become a little difficult after a certain point of time. Now you look at Bangalore, the way Bangalore has grown in the last 2 decades, mainly because of the IT and the newer biotechnology, etc. But then you want to commute in Bangalore, it takes hours and hours to go from any point to point. Similarly in Chennai, when I was doing my schooling, we used to have this lovely small street corner restaurant by name Nagas, Nungambakam High Road, that corner where we go to Loyola College. So it was like Nungam from Anna flyover to Harrington Road, a lot of times we used to walk. Now, the amount of time it takes to commute from Anna flyover to anywhere is just humongous. So these are all the disadvantages of a place that has grown beyond a certain point. So then comes, what does somebody in manufacturing or industry want? It is quite natural that they would want a place that has all the facilities to do business, to do industry. And some of them are raw material, market, logistics, power, water, and also a safe and secure and sound and stable political environment and atmosphere. There are various other factors that normally come, the newer ones like, the supply chain, the IT part of the contribution to the industry, etc. But again, fundamentally, it is again these things that come to manufacturing industry. And now recently, the workforce in the higher and higher technology businesses that are there. So now, where is Chennai located? And where is the Andhra border located? What is the geography? What is the culture? What is the connect? It is almost like outskirts of Chennai is Andhra Pradesh, just like outskirts of Bangalore is Andhra Pradesh. Here in Andhra Pradesh, we have a huge land bank. Our secretaries explained to you in detail. The only state with 3 industrial corridors, the Vizag Chennai, the Bangalore Chennai, and the Hyderabad Bangalore. We have close to about 50,000 acres of land in the form of industrial estates where world-class infrastructure is available and is being made available. So these are all mostly in sync with NICDIT. Therefore, there is a certain specification and quality about all the infrastructure that is there. 50,000 acres is not a joke, and 50,000 acres in the form of a hinterland that is very well connected to ports. Now, if you look at the advertisement that just was there before, Advantage Andhra Pradesh, where this is India's gateway to Southeast Asia. So now in Tamil Nadu, we have ports too. We have the big Madras port, Chennai port, we have Ennur port, we have Thoothukudi port, etc. But again, as I said, beyond a point, the logistics to the hinterland, the dredging that is there, the traffic that is there, the amount of cargo that is being handled, there always comes a point in the sine curve where it plateaus. Now there, just a few kilometers away, not thousands of kilometers, just a few kilometers away, you have a whole big set of ports again all along the Andhra coast, which was just explained to you in detail, starting with Krishnapatnam all the way up to Vishakapatnam. And new ports also being developed right now. So these are all the advantages that any manufacturing industry would want. And when it comes to the IT part, the service part, etc., our Honorable Chief Minister recently has announced, and he has also invited everybody to come to Vizag, the next destination. On the East Coast, after Calcutta and Chennai, the big city, Vizag. Vizag being a city that again is at an automatic advantage, the reason being the cosmopolitan nature that is inherent with Vizag. We have the RINL, the Rashtriya Ispat Nigam, this Vizag Steels. Then we have the Eastern Naval Command headquartered there. Then we have the Hindustan Shipyard. Then we have the petrochemical complex. And we have various other industries that are there for quite some time, for decades, that has made Vizag itself truly cosmopolitan in nature. There are few cities in the world and in the country where an outsider goes and doesn't feel that you're new to the place. Just like how you don't feel new in Delhi, you don't feel new in Bangalore, you don't feel new in Vizag too. Because Vizag itself is a city that is inhabited not by the original Vizagites, but people from all over the state and all over the country. So there's a huge potential for the IT industry, for the various new generation service industries, where the youngsters of today would want a good social life, would want good social infrastructure. So Vizag is a very beautiful destination for anybody who want to do business of that nature. So here you have the manufacturing industry, you have the ports, and you have the newer generation businesses. And when you look at the recent record of Andhra Pradesh, ease of doing business, Andhra Pradesh has stood for 3 consecutive years first. That is testimony to what exactly is being provided by the government to industry. Then the large infrastructure projects that are there, which are helped by the industrial corridors that are available. Andhra Pradesh is growing amongst the fastest growing states, shown by the GSDP growth of 11.4%, which stands as first in the country. A new world-class airport in the form of Bhogapuram that is being constructed now in Vizag with an investment of close to about 2,500 crores in the first phase. And then 6 operational airports. You have Vizag, you have Rajahmundry, you have Vijayawada, you have Kadapa, you have Tirupati, you have Kurnool. And the ports that are there, Ramayapatnam, Machilipatnam, Bhavanapadu, Kakinada, and the new ones that are under construction. Then the 5 multimodal logistic parks that we have, Anantapur is one, Vishakapatnam is one, Koparthi is one, Kakinada is one, and Vijayawada is one. So these multimodal logistic parks between the hinterland and the ports, these are going to be excellent areas of service to the manufacturing industry and the exit to the ASEAN countries especially. And inland waterways is one area where Andhra Pradesh state under the vision of our Honorable Chief Minister is concentrating. We have 888 kilometers of national waterway, and we have identified 27 locations which will be prioritized terminals and should be able to handle cargo to the tune of about 10 million tons by 2029. The first bulk drug park in South India with an investment of about 1,000 crores. And then large industrial parks with electronics, textiles, pharmaceuticals. When it comes to certain sectors that are there, certain sectors that have been shown right now are only a few of the focused sectors. There are various opportunities in abundance, but certain ones that are prioritized and focused upon. Aerospace and defense is one, where we have Bharat Electronics already functioning and many other big, huge companies. And the base for the aerospace and defense actually is the Sriharikota Satish Dhawan Center that we have. Then agri and food processing, which again was just now explained. I would like to repeat once again, Andhra ranks first in production of oil palm, papaya, lime, coconut, cocoa, tomatoes and chili for the fiscal year 2021-22. And then marine exports, Andhra Pradesh stands first. Fish, shrimp, Andhra Pradesh stands first. Second in paddy, maize, mango, sweet orange, cashew, turmeric. Fourth in milk and meat. And then I think first in poultry. Exports for agri-food processing registered a growth of about 5.95% amongst the biggest in the country last year. And food parks in Krishna, Guntur, Nellore and Chittur. In view of this environment that is there, we have multinational companies like Kellogg, PepsiCo, Mondelez, etc. already functioning. And then automobiles and electric vehicles is one other sector that has been identified and prioritized. We have Kia and a host of, you look at the area around Kia, it's almost like a small Korea out there. And then we have Kia, we have Isuzu, then we have Bharat Forge, Brakes India, Apollo, Ashok Leyland. Similarly, electronics and IT, which was explained in detail by our secretary. We have manufacturing capacity right now being done to the tune of about 1 cell phone every second. We have Foxconn, TCL, Wingtech, Dixon, and then we also have air conditioning giants like Daikin, etc. working over there. Healthcare and medical equipment, we've been amongst the pioneers over there. The MedTech zone in Vizag, which is amongst the best and the pioneer in the country. We have various hospitals, and as you know, the home of the first corporate hospital structure, Apollo. Then we have industrial logistics infrastructure, which again has been a focus sector, petroleum, petrochemicals, and then we have pharmaceutical and life sciences, where almost all the big giants in this country are located right now in Andhra. Mylan Pharmaceuticals, Biocon, Lupin, Hetero, Laurus, Divi's, Aurobindo, GSK, Dr. Reddy's. You name the big company, it is already established and doing extremely well because of the ecosystem and the environment that is present. Renewable energy, again, amongst the biggest in the country. We already have about 9 gigawatts of renewable power and a scope for 38 gigawatts in solar and 44 gigawatts in wind. And we have amongst the biggest pumped storage project, not in the country, but in the world, in my native district of Kurnool. This is being done by Greenco. And textiles and apparels, again, was one sector which traditionally has been very strong because not only the cotton, silk, etc., it's also the handlooms as well as the newer generation textiles, which again was explained in detail by our secretary. Tourism and hospitality, abundant scope for tourism and hospitality. And the state of Andhra Pradesh, 8th largest in the country with a 70% population of working age. 70% of the population of working age, and where skilling is being done in a very focused way to suit and meet the requirement of the industry. We have about 176 skill hubs, one for every constituency that has been established. And this skill hub is basically going to make the labor just about perfect for manufacturing industry. And we have a cascading system where right on top of the skill hub in a pyramid, the bottom is the skill hub with 176 institutes. On top of that is the skill college, where we have specific skilling of a higher order, again done to meet the requirement of the industry. For example, in Vishakapatnam, we have a center of excellence in marine and shipping because shipbuilding and ship maintenance is one of the niche areas that Andhra Pradesh can proudly boast of. And then in Anakapalli, we have close to Vizag, we have a center of excellence in MSME and industrial automation. And then in Nellore, we have an Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel. This again is a center of excellence. In Kurnool, we have a health understanding with Apollo MedSkills. Tirupati and Sri City, we have electronic sector center of excellence with the support and participation of the founder, Sri Ravisanna Reddy. Anantapur, again, we have solar technologies. So every prioritized, focused area, we have established a center of excellence. That center of excellence being established in that particular area to meet the requirement of that particular industry. For example, Anantapur, where we have a automobile, and Sri City, where we have a automobile ecosystem, the center of excellence there is to skill people who are just about perfect. And as explained before, one good nature of the Telugu diaspora, whenever and wherever they have settled abroad, they've always mixed and mingled with the rest of the local public, just like sugar and milk. And same is the way that they have accepted and invited people from other areas to come to Andhra Pradesh. With particular reference to Tamil Nadu, I don't think there is any invitation required because this almost was one at some point of time, and it always has been geographically, culturally, and custom-wise one area. Therefore, there's nothing new for anybody, any industrialist from here to come and feel right across the border, which is a few kilometers away. Once again,